Have you ever stood on the top of a mountain and looked down at the valleys below, the sky above, and that emptiness in between that urges you to go further? That's exactly what people with Sagittarius ascendant are like. There's a hunger in their eyes, for knowledge, for experience, for freedom. But do you know where this hunger comes from? Vedic astrology says that this is a gift from their guru, Jupiter. Just like the waves of the ocean don't know how to stop, people with Sagittarius ascendant don't know how to say, "That's enough for me." That's just how Sagittarius ascendants are. On the outside, they might seem like wanderers, carefree, as free as the open sky, but inside, there's a fire burning that doesn't calm down, no matter what answers they get from anyone. This fire is born from some moment in the past, from an old promise, or from an unfulfilled goal. Or maybe from a truth that, perhaps, no one has accepted yet. By the way, their ruling planet is Jupiter, also known as Brihaspati. Jupiter stands for knowledge, faith, direction, and the higher meaning of life. But what happens when this very Jupiter gives you direction, but your destination is never truly reached? Jupiter isn't just a planet of travel. It's the teacher of the soul, the guru of the spirit. It's that inner lamp that gives you direction, the one that asks you, as far as you travel outward, are you also diving just as deep within yourself? People with Sagittarius ascendant often seem like they're on a mission. A mission to seek the truth, a hunger for justice, and a thirst for freedom. But this search isn't about the outside world. It's a journey within themselves. Jupiter teaches them big things, like ethics, faith, and growth. But the real challenge is whether they are actually living these principles in the contradictions of their real life. That's why Sagittarius folks' biggest battle is with their own ideals. And just like gold is refined by fire, this very struggle transforms them into something truly precious. As I mentioned in my previous episode, from the first house in our birth chart, that is, from your ascendant, the 6th, 8th, and 12th houses are considered the houses of fear. So, for Sagittarius, if we take a birth chart with Sagittarius as the ascendant and consider it the first house, then its 6th house falls under Taurus, whose ruling planet is Venus. This is where the real test for Sagittarius begins. Taurus is a stable, comfort-loving sign, and the 6th house represents daily stress, obligations, and duties. People with Sagittarius ascendant naturally want to live with flow and freedom, but when life puts them into routines and reputations, they start to feel a kind of suffocation inside. Now imagine a wanderer who has to sit in the same place every day. A restless soul who is forced to stay put in one spot. If you tell them to do office work, handle files, and meet deadlines, they feel suffocated. That's why it doesn't take long for Sagittarius ascendants to go from comfort to conflict. As much as they crave stability, they also run away from it just as much. I remember there was a girl named Tanu. She had a good job, a stable life, a steady partner. She had everything, but every few months she would feel like something wasn't right. Then one day, she suddenly quit her job without making any plans for what to do next. People told her many times that it was a very hasty decision. It was an impulsive decision, but she knew there was something inside her that was telling her to make a change. The sixth house often shows fear in the language of health. Unexplained fatigue, throat issues, burnout cycles, all of these happen when we are suppressing our soul. For Sagittarius ascendants, the sixth house is a reminder that the fight is not on the outside. This battle is internal, and the solution to this daily struggle is not control, but surrender. Now, let's talk about the eighth house, where Cancer, ruled by the moon, comes in. This is the house of emotional journeys, where fear, trauma, and transformation converge. And when this happens with the moon, emotions aren't just on the surface, they reside in every part of the body. This house may sometimes make people uncomfortable who are looking for higher meaning for Sagittarius ascendant, because chart is not idealistic. It's raw, it's messy, and when the moon is in the eighth house, it says, feel it, even if you break. First break down, then let it flow, and then reconnect yourself again. But Sagittarius has a certain instinct. They say, rise above it. Their instinct says one thing, but this house says something else. And this is the deepest fear, that if I truly accept my pain, then it might just completely consume me. I remember there was a boy named Yash, though that's not his real name. I've changed his name. He considered himself very spiritual and would often tell people, pain is an illusion. His Instagram was full of quotes, videos, and captions brimming with positivity. People thought he was very wise, but when he went through a deep breakup, he still didn't show it. He kept smiling in front of everyone. During the day, he would meditate, sometimes write affirmations, and occasionally even give advice to others. No matter what was going on in his own life, he would still give advice to others. But when night came, everything changed. He would keep suffering, feeling restless. One day he told me that he got up and quietly went to lie down next to his mother. It was as if the child inside him had awakened again, who just needed someone's presence. He didn't say anything to his mother, but I feel like there must have been something in his eyes that his mother understood. Because the moon is also connected to the mother, and the moon says that understanding comes later, emotions come first. It makes you feel your emotions. The eighth house also shows that your emotional vulnerability can become your greatest teacher. And Sagittarius ascendants need to learn that a breakdown is not a failure. It's preparation for the next level of clarity. Now comes the point where Sagittarius gives up, or you could say, this is where they learn to surrender. When Scorpio's Mars comes into the 12th house, as I mentioned before, the battle is no longer outside, It's happening within, because this is a hidden house. Here lie deep karmic deaths, guilt, sexual fears, wounds, and that isolation which was never chosen. It just happened. Mars operates in two ways here. Either it numbs itself completely, or it burns so intensely inside that it turns into anxiety, insomnia, and restlessness. People with Sagittarius ascendant feel the most restless when they're alone, and this restlessness pulls them toward a new goal, a new religion, or a new belief. But true freedom comes when they allow themselves to sit alone, to look at their fears, and instead of fighting them, they become ready to listen to them. The 12th house tells Sagittarius ascendants not to run away from the loneliness of their own being. Your true strength is hidden within that very loneliness. Sagittarius ascendants inspire and guide others, but they forget to be gentle with themselves. The paradox of this ascendant is a traveler on the outside, a prisoner on the inside. You might ask, so what should we do then? How do we deal with such situations? I say, try Jupiter therapy. Just like daily walking is a good habit for good health. But if you find it hard to follow this every day, then at least make sure that every Thursday you do this. Walk in nature for 30 minutes, keeping all distractions away from yourself. It's not like you put on headphones while walking and keep listening to a podcast, or you go for a walk with a friend and end up chatting. No, you need to take a silent walk. As you walk in nature, with every step, softly ask yourself, what is my truth? Because Jupiter will guide you not from the outside, but from within. Yes, but only if you listen. For the moon, that is, for Chandra, you should practice water therapy. Every Monday, fill a bowl with water. You can use a glass bowl. Add 2 drops of rose water to it. Sit quietly looking at him for 5 minutes. Then, with gratitude, either pour it out at the base of a plant or flush it away. Because the moon likes flow. If you feel like crying while doing this, let your tears flow. The moon likes flow. Even your tears. Another difficult task is to balance the energy of meat. For that, what you can do is at least once a week, do some dance, yoga, or cycling. Do it alone for 15 minutes. Just release your body for 15 minutes. At that time, I would say don't create any image. Don't think about any result, because the Mars in Scorpio will only detox when it turns pain into movement. You can also do gym workouts. You can also try this solution by going to the gym. That can also benefit you. Although the remedies I have suggested might seem simple to you, and you may wonder how they will have any effect. But believe me, these are tried and tested remedies, and I have seen their results. I want you to benefit from them too. That's why I'm sharing this secret with you today. I know that in today's times, people don't have enough time to do lengthy remedies or chant mantras. Nor are gems that affordable. But these are remedies that will only benefit you, not harm you. Try them out and share your experience with me. I would love to know. So, are you also on that journey where every answer leads to another question? Have you ever felt your freedom weighed down by your own ideals? If yes, then maybe the things said in this video were your voice too. We just put it into words. Write in the comments below, I have also listened to my inner voice, or share the one line that touched your heart the most. And if you know any Sagittarius ascendant who is struggling to understand themselves, be sure to share this video with them. Sometimes, someone else finds their answer in silence. Like this video so I know whether you're enjoying this content or not, and if possible, subscribe to my channel so you keep getting notifications for the next videos. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening. Next time, we'll meet again with a new subject and a new concept. Until then, take care of yourself and the people around you. Bye-bye.